the reason why many of us get it confused when we say it is righteous for God to punish sin is because we don't really understand what righteousness means. Oftentimes, righteousness is defined to us as right standing with God. And this definition is good, but it's very limited in scope. The reason is because that definition in itself is only talking about righteousness as it relates to human, to me and you, to man. That is not what righteousness really is. That definition is just too limited. Now, righteousness more broadly is an attribute of God's character that reveals his opposition to sin, evil, or wrong. An attribute by which God's nature is the eternally perfect standard of what is right. So when we are talking about righteousness, we are not just talking about a right standing before God or something being right standing. No. Righteousness is double-faced. In fact, righteousness really talks about, in definition, righteousness is the character of God as it opposes sin, evil, or anything wrong at all. It is what makes us understand God as being the standard of what is right and what is perfect. So the word that is usually translated as righteousness is the Greek word that is dikaios or dikaios. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry about that. And in the Greek society, it refers to what is in accordance to the law and social norm. So righteousness is about doing justice or being just. That is what righteousness means. So when I say somebody is righteous, it means that person is just. In other words, that person does not do wrong. That person always is doing what is right at all times. You understand? So for God to be a righteous person, that means it must be somebody who is administering justice. So, however, in the biblical sense, righteousness encompasses two facets, justice and grace. God's righteousness demonstrates his justice. We can see that in Psalm 51 and verse 14. If you read Isaiah chapter 11 verse 4 to 5, and you read Psalm 72 verse 1 to 4. So, when God demonstrates his justice, ensuring that sin is punished and justice is served, that in itself is righteousness. And simultaneously, his righteousness expresses his grace and mercy. So when I said righteousness is double-faced. On one hand, righteousness is holding justice. And in one hand, righteousness is saying grace and mercy.